How do you build a better home for a young woman who's been struggling to raise her younger siblings throughout her youth? Well, sit back and let me show you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. You're watching Just a Mom That Sims. I'm KT, and I'm here today for a Sims 4 speed build. This is for a sister's secret. Now, this is specific to a sim I made called Macie, and her story is called The Sister's Secret. She was raising her twin siblings. She was a teenager, and her siblings, who were twins, were toddlers, and she struggled in a rundown home that had gremlins, lot trait, meaning everything was already old and raggedy, and then it would break all the time. And she is a young adult, and her teenage siblings are exactly what I just said, teenagers now. And so we are moving. We finally raised $65,000 to move. So we're going to talk about this build and talk about our story. Now, please forgive any stumbling, bumbling, my because I do not edit my voiceovers when I do speed builds or cast creations. Now, we are building in Newcrest, and I think it's the perfect place for Macie to finish raising her siblings and go into the next part of her life. So yes, their dad kind of abandoned them at first, and then he died while he was away. And so she ended up raising these toddlers. Now, she had always struggled. She did not have much. And so she resorted to a life of crime. Yes, she does some breaking and entering, some blackmailing. She does pickpocketing, pretty much any kind of crime you can do. In addition to that, since she's been an adult, she is also on the criminal career track. Now, as her third job, because that's already two that I described, her third job is a business, and we're going to build that at the back of this house because we already had a home business. And what she does is does massages as well as manicures and pedicures. However, the biggest money she makes from the business is probably from theft by receiving. Like, she sells goods that she steals. So if she can sell it, she does. If she can't steal it and she breaks it down into parts, she sells the parts for a markup. So these are hard to get parts. She makes a lot of money. She had a goal. She needed to make 65,000 simoleons before she could do this move. Now, I sold the furniture in the old house. We did keep important things like pictures of our family, some of the siblings' artwork they did when they were young. So she kept a few things. Everything else, like I said, it broke down a lot. It wasn't worth much, and so we sold it. Now, I'm putting this little piece of roof on because what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some columns on the front where the porch is. I'm going to put some columns back here, and I'm going to have like a little tiny, porch back patio type. It's not a patio, just a porch. So I'm going to put this same stone that I'm putting up front on a little square in the back and put two columns back here too. Immediately, I feel like it's really crooked, but I'm thinking I'm going to have to put the columns down to figure out how to get it straight. So now you see me putting these columns. I think they're from Life and Death. And what I'm aiming for with this house is to have like a newer rundown look. So you can see the columns, even the door, you see is weathered. And when we do our walkthrough, you'll see that even better. But when I tell you this is such a come up from that last home, like I want it to be a real starter home, because the other one was we got to do what we got to do type home, right? And there's no shame in that. It served them well. It kept them sheltered and kept them safe. This is going to be 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Their last house was 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. So I'm going to put the twins side by side. This will be the first time. They are about, I'm going to say they're about 15 years old. This will be the first time they have separate rooms from each other. Now I'm going to put a bathroom right by their rooms. That'll be the bathroom for anybody who comes and visits as well. Also, I don't like this panel and wallpaper, so I gotta figure something else out. I'm thinking one of these colors will work. Then Macie's gonna have a larger than she's ever had master bedroom with the ensuite bathroom, which they've always shared one bathroom, which has been hectic. When I built her business on the backside, which you will see, I'm gonna put a bathroom back there, with a toilet, a sink, and if I can fit a tiny shower, I will. I think it's gonna be 3.5 towels. I think how I'm picturing it. Now, I toyed with putting a different wallpaper in the back, something that's like tile for the kitchen, but realize we don't need that all the time. We don't need a distinguishing separation from the kitchen to the rest of the house. This refrigerator came with the what was the kitchen clutter pack. I really love it because it's got all these things on it, like if kids drew or you just put stuff up. Now I am going to put a different flooring down, as you can see, even though I did not take the time to do a different wallpaper, but I'm bringing it in. And also lately I've been on my island counters to make a table versus using a actual dining table. But I am going to put up these cabinets as well, because I think we need some of these in this little kitchen area. And this looks great because we got plenty of dishes and spices. Like, you can see stuff stored and it's making it feel like home. When I upload this, it'll be CC free, but later I will definitely add my granny's cookbook and those types of things. I really need to go back and file another report on HQ, because the game is still flagging some of my things as CC. For example, when I take family pictures, I have to put them up last because it'll flag the pictures as CC. There's also a picture frame from Life and Death where it can capture your family's image and you can lock it in. It flags it as CC, and a lot of my shells are flagged as CC even though they are not. So anyway, I gotta report that. But I am putting these doors up now, and I had to make a little haul, so hopefully they can fit through. It's one tile, so they ought to be able to walk through that hall to get to Melody's room. And Maxwell's is the first one. This is the bathroom. So I did the multiple towel hanger in the twins bathroom because I feel like you would have multiple towels hanging since both of them use that. This is Macie's bathroom in the back. Now, I know I'm saving the living room for last because I know I'm going to look for bright colors. But let's talk about Macie while I decorate her bedroom. So what Macie has been doing, yes, she has done what she needs to do. She actually made 22,000 simoleons from marrying a woman, and she did it to get the inheritance. She really is fond of her, but she's definitely not in love. Like, it's not even a question. But they are still married. Shiroshi has her own home. I think she's living in Ravenwood right now. It's actually a pretty big house. I think she bought the house but then couldn't afford to really furnish it. And some of you put in the comments like, hey, maybe Macie should just move in there and then she could really help her furnish it. But Macie doesn't want to live with Shiroshi. And also, even though Macie is a thief, she does have a slight code. And one of the codes is, even though she married this woman for money, she doesn't want to take her house and put her out, because that's kind of too much to her, because she does care about her. She just doesn't love her, never has. She did what she needed to do because she's raising her siblings, right? So she doesn't want to put her out of her house. Now, I'm showing myself decorating a lot of this house. I usually don't do that, but I'm going to show you most of it, and then I will cut off at some point and we'll do the walkthrough, because I don't know if I'll show me decorating the whole business side, but I am going to show some of the landscaping. So I do want a pathway leading up. This is kind of too much. I think this will work. Now, I could have put that same towel down, but I'm going to use the spray paint. Like, I don't want it to be a perfect house, because Macie has enough money to build a really nice house. However, she wants to finish with about 50,000 simoleons if she can, because she knows that supporting the twins at this stage in their life is going to be hard, because they're going to want to go out. They may want to go to college or not. I mean, I don't have university, but you know what I mean. It's imagination, people. Or they may want to just go get their own place. And, she would love to be able to give them 18,000 to 20,000 a piece, and she still needs to have about 15 for her to do what she needs to do. Now, Macie is going to stay on a criminal track. I don't know how far she is, but I think she's about halfway up the track. Maybe she's a minor crime lord. I'm not certain at this point. I'm building this on a different day than I played her, but I'm trying to find a perfect couch for her. I do like this curved couch, but yeah, this color is better. And And these seats I used in a recent build, and I'm like, oh, I like this swatch, so I'm putting them together. I'm gonna do a TV stand, and on some of the stuff she had, like this little wooden chest from Horse Ranch Pack, you can store stuff in it. I'm acting like she did, stained the wood a different color to match the new house. I feel like the house is really coming along. Definitely when I do the walkthrough, it's definitely room to have more decorations on the walls and things like that. I definitely will have more when it's uploaded, but let's go ahead to our walkthrough. Let me show you the house from all angles. So this is the back, and yes, Macie is starting a garden. You can see that's been one of her dreams. She's been collecting a few plants, and she's got a few more we're gonna put out. You can see her business as we turn back towards the front, and I've done the landscaping that I'm gonna do. Those bushes with the lights are from a holiday event that they had. I love them. I wish I could put them in more bills. Now, a neighbor has already come over with the gift for them, and it was a piece of cubed meat, by the way. Now, you can see the kitchen. I really like it. It's simple. It's not a lot there. We do have a tea kettle, but as you come over, I rarely put window treatments, curtains, drapes up, but I felt like this worked. And one thing that's really hard for me is realizing like you don't have to match colors exactly. I don't dress like that, but when I'm decorating, I don't decorate at all for real life. For like my house, honey, it's the definition of minimalist. But we're going into Maxwell's room because after you come out of the bathroom, which is next door to him, this is his room. Yeah, he's got an old school phone and his tooth fairy certificate. Guess what? Melody has hers too. So we're gonna come back out, and this is the narrow hall I was talking about. Definitely you could put pictures there, a table, something more, and we will as Macie takes things and builds more money. So this is Melody's room. It's bright, it's colorful, and Melody is mischievous and happy, and I feel like it fits her perfectly. Let's go into our last bedroom, which is Macie's bedroom, and you see the drapes I picked for her room and the wallpaper. This is not a wallpaper I would use, especially not this swatch. Her sister's making a new best friend bracelet, a friendship bracelet for her brother because they're besties, but their bracelets have worn out. This is just a fold-up chair from Outdoor Living sitting on our little mini back patio, and you saw our garden, but this is our business. This is the sign we picked because I feel like you come in and assemble would be happy. Hey, I fixed the paintings and pictures because I put the windows in later, so I fixed that before I uploaded, but did not feel like redoing the walkthrough. You can see her sales room, and this is the little bathroom with the shower and everything. So the 3.5 towels was perfect, and we're gonna go out, and that's gonna be the end of our walkthrough. So I really hope that you enjoyed this speed build, and until next time, remember, keep simming, be happy, and always have a blessed day. Bye bye.